with them for 5 months prior to the end of their contract of a few weeks ago, the 4th of March. And from the 4th of March up until today, we've extended that contract and extended their coverage. What we've been trying to do in all that time is to reach a conclusion for a new contract, and unfortunately we just keep marking time. We just can't make any progress.
Are we in much more of a different position than we were, say, a couple of weeks ago when a similar announcement was made?
Yes, we are. We've gone into this in good faith. We've been open with them. We've tried to put a few different scenarios. Each time we satisfy one of their concerns, then another major concern arises, and this is just going round and round in circles without any end in sight.
So no broadcast from this weekend, and what will not now be broadcast on the Sky Racing channel, and how do you feel about that?
Well, there's 123 race meetings conducted by the AJC and STC per annum. That's what won't be broadcast on Sky Channel, so that's 123 meetings out of 5,500. And how do I feel about it? I feel very, very sad. We've had a relationship with the AJC and the STC for now some 16 years. This is a very, very sad way to end it. We have acted in good faith all the way along. We've given them 2 extensions, and the STC and the AJC, in conjunction with the Victorian clubs, have all got different and competing objectives, and it's like herding cats. We just can't get them all on the one piece of paper.
Are you confident that your racing meetings in other states and other regions will be preserved? Are they secure?
Oh, absolutely. We got long-term contracts with most other clubs that can go. Some of them go out as far as 10 years' time.
How much do you know about the plans of the clubs or this new group to put racing back on the air, at least for Sydney?
Well, we know what they've put out in the public, and they've said that they can start a channel in a few weeks on Foxtel. That is not a truth. That is not true at all. We are the exclusive racing provider to Foxtel. The only way they can get on Foxtel is through the open access. They can't do that in 4 to 6 weeks. They have to. That'll take several months before that would be able to take place. And all you'll be able to see, of course, is 123 race meetings. So that's one on a midweek race meeting and one on a weekend with 35 or 40-minute breaks. So it's going to be pretty ordinary television. And the other alternative they've been using is Channel 31. And my information is that as of about lunchtime today, that Channel 31 in Sydney and Melbourne will not be broadcasting the racing this weekend.
What do you think punters are left to feel about this?
Well, I think that they should be angry. I think that they should be felt like they've been let down. What we're trying to do is to give them enough information so they can see that we've tried to do everything. We've agreed to allow the racing industry to start their own thoroughbred-only channel. That was one of their major concerns. We fixed that. Then they moved on to that they want to finish the contracts on exactly the same day. Well, that's not in our shareholder interests, and we've all said no to that from day one. Every time that we satisfy one of their scenarios, they wanted to get the same amount of money that they are now, and we've agreed with that with their CPI escalators. So we've been as cooperative as we can, but every time we satisfy one thing, something else comes up. And as I keep saying, that there's half a dozen heads speaking on behalf of racing, and we just can't get them all on the one piece of paper.
Warren Wilson, we appreciate your time. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thousands have gathered in Wellington, New Zealand to welcome...
And clubs are going to miss some races on the TV. Sky Channel is pulling the plug on broadcasting Sydney Metropolitan races because of problems striking a deal with the Australian Jockey Club and the Sydney Turf Club. Punters will get coverage and details in the race lead-up and coverage straight after the race ends, but the Sydney Metropolitan race action itself will not go to air. All other thoroughbred and harness racing and the greyhounds will be shown as normal. Full coverage will continue on 2KY.
Something any intoxicated driver...
And finally, punters will no longer see Sydney racing on Sky Channel. Negotiations between the broadcaster and race officials have broken down. Sky Channel says that's it. But of course, Ian, you can see all the big races right here on 7.
That's a relief to know that.
It's good to know.
Thanks, Mark. Noel is next with Sydney's weather. But first, finance. Our share market reached...
On the Bunbury Cup.